Alright, we about to react to Lil Pap, the killing of King Von. Well, the story of the night of the killing of King Von. Let's get it.
All right, here we go. Today we have Lil Tim, who's most known for protecting his friend Quando Rondo with deadly force when Quando was attacked unprovoked by King Von in Atlanta in 2020. When we first spoke a couple years ago, Tim was still being charged for the shooting, so I waited until all the charges were dropped before reaching out for an interview. Well, those charges have all been dropped, so now we can speak about it. So, long last, welcome to Vlad TV. Well, it's your first time here. I want to start in the very beginning. So, you grew up on the east side of Savannah?
Yeah, I grew up on the east side of Savannah. Yeah.
Okay, and you were raised by your mom and your grandmother?
Yeah, I was raised by my mom and my grandmother.
Okay, how many kids were there altogether?
Staying at grandma's house, you had really just my mom kids, so you like just me, my two brothers on my mother's side, and my sister on my mother's side. As kids wise.
Okay, and what was your relationship with your dad?
Relationship good. It's just like he was always there for like sports and stuff. I didn't live with him, but the relationship's still good. He tries his best like to be there when he can and stuff like that. Not saying like he wasn't missing in my life or nothing like that, but I just didn't stay with him and be with him all the time. But we for sure kept a good relationship.
Well, you said that growing up, your family didn't have it all, but you weren't living in poverty at the time.
Yeah, it was stuff like that. You know, like stuff that you want, you probably couldn't get everything, but I wouldn't say like it was the bare minimum, but you couldn't get everything you wanted, though.
What do you think during that time was the hardest thing you had to deal with growing up?
At that time,
I'm not gonna lie, the way he talked, bro, it seems like bro is very educated. Let me just start that off while we're 2 minutes into the video. It seems like Little Tim is very educated the way he speaks. He speaks very fluently. He takes his time. He actually listens. And yeah, because a lot of people that they be having come up here, I be noticing, I don't really like watching these type of interviews, but a lot of people that come up here, bro, you could tell like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they dropped out of school. It seems like bro is educated. The way the 2 minutes that I'm into here, it seems like he's educated compared to a lot of other street dudes or street rappers that's in here. I'm just
well, I want to say elementary. I couldn't really say because I don't think I was like at that point where I really understand where everything was going on. But it's like in middle school, it's like you got some kids who got different pair of shoes to go to school with every day, and you don't. So you got shoes to go to school with, but you don't have a different pair every week.
Yeah.
And then you got other kids who getting new pair of shoes every week. And you still wearing like your same shoes that you started the school year with. So it's kind of be like you kind of wanted to get a little more clothes and stuff or have more, but you really just had to take care of what you got and go from there.
Yeah, I can relate. I ain't gonna lie, I can relate. You know what I'm saying? I was in that same predicament. Like I wasn't fucked up. Like I always had a meal. You know what I'm saying? Always had clothes to put in my bank. It might not have been the best clothes that everybody else is getting and shit like that, but I always had clothes to put on my back. You know what I'm saying? I have one pair of nice sneakers. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, one pair of nice sneakers, and now I had to take care of them bitches, bro. And I see other niggas, they getting 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Or when their parents get their income tax money and shit like that, they getting sneakers and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to always take care of, like, the few sneakers I had. I always had, like, a solid two pairs of sneakers. Probably, I think. But I always, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucked up. Like, I wouldn't be able to get everything that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But as I start to get older, though, that's when we start doing a little bit better, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I always had, like, game consoles. I always had the game consoles and shit like that, though.
Yeah, like that tight stuff at the beginning.
Well, you said that in the beginning you were actually into sports a lot, football, basketball, etc.
Yeah. Like elementary to probably like to middle school, I I ran track, played football, and played basketball. Yeah.
Well, you said that at one point you started getting caught up in the streets, and then all the sports stuff started going out the window.
Well, I kind of started getting caught up with it a little bit, like middle school and high school. But it's like I still played sports.
That's what it all started.
Interfering a little bit, but I didn't lose like football because I really love football. So I still played football all my years. But I was interfering in the streets a little bit, though.
Okay. At what age did you really start getting mixed up in the streets?
Well, not really like me asking my mom and stuff like, can I get these shoes every week? Can I get a new pair of Jordans? Can I get a new pair of Jordans? And not getting them made me kind of start interfering and getting into like the streets a little bit. So I was like probably in middle school, I started like doing stuff I ain't had no business doing. And then that would kind of made me like kind of sneaky and stuff because I ain't want people to know what I had going on. So I just did it on my end. And if you just knew, you knew, but it's like, it's not nothing I wanted nobody to know about. And it's like I wasn't doing it just to do it. I was doing it to get stuff I wanted. But at the time, it's like, I know I'm supposed to be doing it, but it's kind of making me happy because I'm finally getting what I really want.
During that time, were you getting arrested at all or no?
Nah, I wasn't getting arrested at all. So it's like, I wasn't learning my lesson.
Okay, so at what point did you meet Quando Rondo?
I met Quando like, I met him a time before, but this didn't made us like, my first time meeting him was probably like high school, but like the beginning of high school around like 13, 14, 15 and all that. But that wasn't our first time meeting him, wasn't what made us real close. It was just a meet like, oh, this so-and-so, this so-and-so, and it kept going like that. But then it's like, as time was going by, before he was blowing up in the rapping stuff, he was already rapping. And we just started like, kept coming around each other and getting close like that. Now, it's around no type of age though, like 14, 15 and stuff like that.
Right, and Rondo had been rapping by that time for years because he had been going through the juvenile system and rapping,
Right.
In juvie and everything else like that. So by the time you met him, was he kind of polished in terms of his style?
In the city wise, not big wise, but in the city wise, people know like he rap or he's trying to blow and rap or he like trying to get off in the music. Like when I first met him, he was already rapping, already acapella, like already be energized like that. His name wasn't big, but in the city he was known for rapping though. But they was also knowing him as always getting in trouble. So some people didn't take him as serious because they looked at him like he's going to be a waste because he's going to throw his life away.
Damn.
Well, right, because Savannah really doesn't have a long history of hip-hop artists that have really blown up.
Right.
I mean, Camouflage was on his way, but then he ends up getting killed in 2003. Right. So he never really got his full potential. So there's really not a lot of other rappers that you could look up to and kind of model yourself after.
Right.
So Quando was kind of the only one at the time.
Right.
Now, Lil Pop, when'd you meet him?
I met Paul before I met Quando, so I met Paul probably like I want to say like I met Paul probably like 11, 12 years old. Something like that. About 12 years old, I knew Paul. I met Paul.
Okay, and Pop is Quando's cousin.
Right.
What was Lil Pop
I ain't
like?
even know. I ain't even know that was his cousin. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even know that. I thought they was just homeboys, chat.
Paul is like a person, his mom only child, who gonna try to take care of the family, a hustler, a money getting tight nigga, independent, don't like depending on nobody type of person. He's that type.
Were you guys pretty close?
Yeah, we was close. He was close, my boy.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for your loss, man.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, we reacted to the whole the interview
in high
so
school,
far, chat.
you know Quando, you know Pob. You graduate high school, and then you get arrested.
Right.
It was over like stolen property.
Yeah, we was got down. You know, like sometimes if you get a stolen gun charge, they charge you like theft by receiving stolen property.
Oh, so it was a stolen gun, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the first time you got arrested?
Right. I was like 17, I believe.
Okay, so you're still a minor.
Yeah, but down here, 17 starts where you could go to the real county jail, and 16 ends where you go to juvenile.
Oh, so they put bro into the county jail, chat.
Okay, so you get arrested at 17, then you get put into adult county jail.
Yeah, you go to adult county jail.
Okay, so what was that like? Here you are, 17 years old. You're not the biggest dude. But you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you being treated in that jail cell?
Like, just growing up, I always been a good type of nigga. Like, I have a good face card in the city and stuff like that. So me going to jail, I wasn't really worried about nothing really going on, because I'm gonna know people in here and people gonna know me, and then all people ain't knowing that type of time, and like, I'm a real respect the type of guy. So I wasn't really worried about that. And then it's like how that night happened, they arrested us wrong and stuff. So I was already telling myself and my co-defendant, like, bro, we really good. Like, we don't say nothing, bro. They gonna let us out because they did us wrong how it had happened.
Okay, so you get arrested. How long do you actually spend in jail?
I knew bro was educated. I told you I could just sense when somebody's educated, bro. So I'm saying he knew that they arrested him wrong. He knew he was gonna get out. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this is somebody that's educated.
Before they let you out,
just like a week.
Oh, okay. Just
this my first time, so they gave us a bond.
Okay, did you ultimately plead guilty to that, or they dropped the charges?
No, they dropped the charges. Cause like I said, like how they arrested us that night, it was 4 guys and they only arrested 2. So they really did like how they did their operation. They went wrong and the cops was being dirty. So not that same year, but like down the line, 2, 3, 4 years, they ended up dropping the case.
Okay, so you had that, over your head for quite a while, wondering if you're gonna get charged for that case.
Yeah, but I never like been back to court or nothing. It just after that bond, after that, everything just lawyers just saying like, just stay out of trouble. Hopefully they don't bring it back up and stuff like that. And eventually they end up dropping the case.
Okay, so you're back on the street again. Now, Crips are sort of making their way around Savannah, particularly rolling 60s. Was that already around before, you knew about it? Or did that come around as you were a kid?
That was already around before I even knew about it. That was already around.
Okay, so how'd you get involved in that?
Sure, I really didn't even get involved in it. It was just the area really. It's like, sometimes it's like where you grow up at. It's like, it just be in your area or something like that. It's not really, it's like, sometimes you just be brought up in the wrong area,
Nah, for real. And when you get brought up in the wrong area though, chat, it's really up to you, gang. I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of people say, oh, he was brought up in the wrong area, it's not his fault, he's the product of his environment. But nigga, I was brought up in the wrong area. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of niggas is brought up in the wrong area, gang. It's up to you if you have a strong mental to easily get influenced in the shit that you grew up around, or if you got a strong mindset to the point where you like, I'm gonna make it out this bitch and I ain't gonna be a follower and follow what these niggas doing. You know what I'm saying? I love my life, I love my freedom, and I want to make it out the honest way. You feel me? So with that being said, what I'm basically trying to say is, chat, like, I hate when a lot of people be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, he didn't have a choice. Everybody has a choice. Just being real, bro.
Okay, so meaning that if your grandmother lives on a certain street, they'll just assume you're a Crip regardless of whether you're actually part of it or not.
They'll just be like, oh, you stay in this certain area, so they might just think you are, even if you're not.
Right. Okay. And you talked about how you lost 3 of your close friends in the streets.
Yeah. Probably more. I done lost more than, 3 partners in the streets, but some of them all ain't from just like violence,
Well, how many friends did you lose through violence around this time?
What time would this be? Like, what age you want to say?
18, 19, 20, that time. Late teens, early 20s.
18, 19, 20. At that time, I probably had lost like one partner to violence. Like, it was stuff going on, but it's like people from my side weren't getting killed though. Everybody was playing their cards how they were supposed to play them. But like probably just one person at that time to die from violence though. No more than 2.
How did that affect you?
It had affected me in a certain type of way, cause it was like how it had happened. It was like someone in my boy's family had crossed them, and so it was kind of hard to go about it. And then it's like that was my man's, and he was younger than me, so he kind of had looked it up to me. And then it's like some stuff you gotta take on the chin and look at it like this life and stuff that you're not gonna know that's gonna happen, but the book already written. So some stuff you just gotta take it on the chin, look at it like this part of my life, or this something that's just gonna happen in my life that I didn't know about.
Hell yeah. I feel it, bro. I feel it.
Okay. So you're in Savannah, you're around 20 years old, you and Quando are friends, and Quando actually starts making more noise on the music side to the point where people are starting to recognize him, and some of the big dogs in the music industry start coming around. The Game reached out to Quando Rondo, wanted to sign him.
I ain't even know that.
Birdman wanted to sign Quando Rondo. But then the song Kickin' Shit comes out. At the very end, it showed the NBA logo, the NBA, Young Boy logo at the end.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Quando signed to NBA Young Boy.
Right.
And that became the first signing that Young Boy did with his deal at Atlanta.
Crypto was good, gang.
And, I just interviewed Quando about this whole situation. He said that Young Boy just DM'd him one day.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I like your shit. Let's do some business. Young Boy gave Quando $1 million. And what was wild is what Quando said was that to this day, Young Boy's never taken a piece of any of his earnings.
Yeah.
Solid dude right there.
Yeah.
And at the time, Young Boy was huge. I mean, he's still huge, obviously, but at the time, you know what I'm saying? He was huge, and, this was kind of a newer artist. So how did you feel when, your close friend here suddenly gets signed to this huge rapper, he gets money, and now he actually has a platform, to get his music out to the masses?
Well, when he first signed, he moved to Atlanta. But it's like he moved with his girl, so he had a little family and stuff going on. I was still in Savannah at the moment, and me, I'm not no beggar. I'm the type of person who like to go get their own. Like,
yeah, me too, chat. I ain't gonna lie, the type of nigga like to go get their own. Like, my homie got something going on, I ain't finna ask you for shit. And I ain't gonna lie. Even if I really do need it, gang, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna hurt. I hate asking anybody for anything, bro.
Looking for nothing, you feel me? So, and I wasn't rapping at that time. I wasn't care about rapping either. So it's like I was just behind the scenes. Like, he'll call me and just be like, man, boy, you don't need to be down there. Ain't nothing no going down there. Come up here to A, man. You can chill at the house, stay at the house. But I'm like, man, I ain't trying to be coming to your house freeloading and stuff like that, man. I got to try to get my own, man. Type stuff like that. So I was happy for him, but I wasn't no guy who would kind of call him and be at his house every day with my hand out, because I ain't that type of guy.
Yeah, that's a real nigga right there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Quando starts leveling up. And back then, we're talking about 2018 or so, he was essentially cool with everybody.
Yeah.
There's a song called Other Side, which is Quando Rondo featuring Lil Durk and Gunna. There's a video of King Von and Quando Rondo hanging out, like backstage somewhere. There was no friction with anyone back there. Everyone was cool. Everyone was happy to be, getting on and everything else like that. So I just want to lay that foundation to show that there's no like long-term beef or there wasn't any issues or whatever. Everyone was cool. People working music, doing music together. People were hanging out, doing videos. Everyone was happy. King Von had gotten out of prison, I think, around that time, and he signs to Lil Durk on OTF, and he becomes one of the rappers that are kind of coming up at the time. Now, you end up getting shot in the leg at one point.
Right.
What was that situation about?
That was in some situation in the hometown down.
I got
Savannah.
Popeyes.
I ended up getting shot in my left thigh. And
Okay. Can you talk about what happened?
It was like one day just coming out of my grandma's house, eating some breakfast, eating like some grits, sausages and stuff like that, cheese and eggs and stuff, just walking down the street, finna go to one of my homeboys' house and chill, play the game or something like that. This back in like 2019. And it's like God bless me with like good reflexes and conscious and stuff. Like, so while I'm walking down the street, something in my head tell me to turn around. So I turn around. It's a car sitting at the corner, but when I was looking at it, turn the corner, like a couple guys like come out the car and start shooting and stuff. But it's like all the shots that they shot, they really missed all the shots, and only one like hit my leg.
How many shots was it, if you could remember?
I don't know. I just know it was multiple shots. I don't know the exact amount, though.
Okay. Had you been shot at before the situation?
Talking about before?
Yeah, had you been shot at?
Shot at before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times, if you were to just guess?
I can't even tell you.
Damn, that thing got shot at a lot.
But you went through all those situations without getting shot, and now for the first time you actually do get shot.
Yeah.
What went through your head? Did you think that you might die? Because people get shot in the leg and the bullet travels, and next thing you know...
No, I didn't really think I was gonna die. I guess because my adrenaline was running. I just skipped back to the house. My grandma kind of panicking because, that's your grandma and stuff like that. She asked me what's going on and stuff like that. I just tell her, like, just call the ambulance, some good stuff like that. Then I've been in the hospital for like a day or two. I probably healed up from the wound for like in a month type job like that.
Okay. Now, there was a rumor that you said was false. People were saying that you'd been shot like 5 times before. That's not true.
Yeah, that wasn't true at all. I don't know where they had got that from. I think that was just a blog trying to make their page go up or something, trying to get some type of attention or something.
A lot of times when people get shot, and I've interviewed people like this, they develop PTSD. Because a lot of times when people in your position, you don't go to counseling or get a therapist or, talk about your feelings, and you get thrown out in the same environment with potentially the same people who shot at you, and it creates a level of paranoia and so forth. Do you think you went through that to a certain degree?
PTSD? Yeah, I believe so. I really know so.
Yes, of course.
For sure. I went through it before. For sure.
Do you ever think about getting therapy to kind of talk about that situation or the other situations you went through?
Nah, cause it's like I don't really like just to talk or express my feelings to like anybody. Like, I really feel like you gotta be someone who I know I could talk to, or I feel like they really listen. Cause some people whatever you telling them might just go through one out the other, but they'll act like they listening, but they really don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Nah, for real.
Look, I mean, I've been through therapy for the last few years, in and out of various things. I can tell you that therapy actually did make a huge difference in my life, because a lot of times your friends won't always have time for you to listen to you. They're going through their own problems.
But it
and when you
really,
speak to
like,
someone that actually
it really ain't
knows-
always got to be your friends though.
Yeah.
It could be a girl you talk to, or you know, your girlfriend, or
I know,
something like that.
but when you talk to a professional, they've literally seen these types of situations before, and they can help you navigate your feelings.
But
You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry about a therapist going and telling someone, because they're legally required not to tell anybody. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, but it's like this person don't even know me, so it's like how much do you really care about what I'm telling? I know like that's their job, but you don't even know me from like my first day meeting you. I just can't sit there and just explain a bunch of stuff that I got deep down and just express it out. It's not even gonna come out because I don't even know you, so I'm not even comfortable with telling you all type of stuff.
No, I got it. But, you know, over time, you establish a relationship with the therapist. In the beginning, you don't tell them everything, but over the course of months or even years, you slowly open up to them and they slowly start to understand you. But ultimately, man, it's your choice. I'm just letting you know it helped me, and, you know, you just may want to think about it in the back of your head. Okay, so 2020 comes around. Now, this part of the story is murky, because we're not quite sure where the friction started. There is a rumor that King Von asked NBA Youngboy for a verse and didn't get one. There's a rumor that Quando tried to slide in Asian Doll's DM. Then there was a picture that Von posted with Youngboy's baby mother, Jania, in the studio. And it just seems like there's tension that's happening on King Von's side.
That's crazy, because I ain't gonna lie, till this day, I still don't even know what was the reason that they even got into this altercation. Like, you feel me, chat?
Not on anybody else's side. You know, Von said, ain't no rap beef. You know, ain't no real beef unless someone gets shot or something. But he did say that he would treat NBA Youngboy's people like a little boy.
He said that?
But
When did he say that? I don't remember him saying that.
Quando said there was absolutely no issues with Von or Dirk or anyone else leading up to the situation. Did you guys ever talk about Von or Dirk or anything else like that leading up to this?
Nah, like never did. We still to this day don't even talk about other rappers. Like that type shit don't even be on our mind. But like you say though, like he never talked to me about nothing about that situation.
Yeah, listen, unless I hear something different, all these reasons sound stupid and petty,
Yeah,
if you ask me. Not enough to lead to what ultimately happened.
right.
You know what I'm saying? This is just regular shit with girls that, you know, dudes ain't even with. You know what I mean? And so forth and so forth. Or a verse that you didn't get. I mean, it really sounds like egos and pettiness and, you know, people acting tough for no reason, actually. Okay, so you guys are in the parking lot of the Monaco Lounge. Quando, I heard, didn't want to go in the club. He just wanted to sleep in the car. Do you remember that part?
Nah, my partner was sleeping in the car. Well,
Oh, okay.
he wasn't all the way asleep, but he was like halfway there. And he telling him to get up. We finna go inside the club.
Aha. Okay, but you guys never actually make it inside the club.
Nah, I never made it in.
Okay, so you guys are in the parking lot trying to figure out what you're going to do next. One of your friends is asleep. Quando's waking him up, getting ready to come in.
Yeah.
And in the same parking lot, King Von pulls up. And someone allegedly tells Von that Quando's in the same parking lot. And you ultimately see this on the video. Von gets out of the car, goes straight for Quando, and just starts hitting him with absolutely no provocation. There were no words that were said between the two. It seemed like Vaughn just went straight at him and just started attacking him.
All right.
That is what happened.
You were right there when it happens. What went through your head?
Shoot. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to everyone who was in the parking lot, because it's like, I'm not even from Atlanta, so I don't know everybody in Atlanta, so it's not like I'm even looking for people to even know or be known. Like, I'm not even looking around to see if I even see some people I know, because I'm not even from here. So I was on the phone when it first happened, so you really could just, like, by me being on the phone and getting my partner all the way up, because he hadn't woke up, but he like, damn, we here already, because like he had just dozed off. He wasn't even asleep for that long. So it's like, it was just like a shock or shocking, because like, shoot, I was on the phone when it first happened, and I didn't even see him even walk up, like, and then I didn't even know it was even him. Feel me? So it's like, I didn't even look over there at them, because I wasn't even worried about nobody in the parking lot, because I don't know nobody up here. So it's like, I was on the phone at the moment when it had happened.
Okay, and I just want to say that I feel you did the exact right thing. If I was in that same situation myself, I would expect my security to act the same way.
Right.
Okay, so you see this fight happen, and your guy is getting attacked by King Von. What happens next?
It's like damn, it's like, soon it happened, I say, I don't even know it's him. My partner look at me and I look at him like, damn, like you know, both of us shot like, damn, what's going on? We don't even know why this even just happened. Like, feel me? We kind of clueless. But I just know, like, and on the documentary, I talk about most of this on the documentary I got coming out. So I'm not gonna like leak everything about it, but it's like in my head, I'm like, why somebody fucking with my little brother? You feel me? It's like, that's what's really going through my head at the moment when it first pop off. I'm like, damn, like, and then I'm knowing like we just got here, so I knowing he ain't did nothing to nobody out here for somebody to really want to do something to him. So in my head, it just going through my head is like, damn, why somebody fucking with my little brother? Type shit. That's what's really going through my head.
Well, you end up pulling out.
But I'm gonna protect the person though. It's like, any brother I have, or any sister I have, or any family member I have, if anybody is bothering or doing something to anybody who I love, I'm gonna protect them regardless of what's going on. It's like, that's just who I am. I'm not gonna let nobody fuck with nobody who I love.
Yeah, as you should.
As you should, yeah, I mean, as you should, chat.
Well, you pull out and you shoot 4 times.
Yeah, the gun jammed.
Oh, the gun jammed?
Yeah.
After the 4th shot?
Probably like the 3rd shot.
Okay. But after you start shooting, all hell breaks loose. There were off-duty cops in the area, and they start shooting.
Right.
You end up getting shot twice?
Right.
What parts of the body?
I get shot in my right hip bone, and I get shot on my ass. It go in and out though.
Okay, so this is now the 2nd time you've gotten shot.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time I done got shot.
Are you more calm about it this time since you've gone through it before?
Yeah, cause like the first time I got shot, I didn't even have a panic attack. I was calm. So it's like this time, I knew like do the same thing, like stay calm and just make sure I get to the hospital.
Okay, so a shootout
Hell no, chat.
now happens.
I don't know how niggas stay calm, bro.
And
even though that's what you gotta do.
A lot of people are starting to get hit. So King Von had a guy named Slutty. He gets killed by the police. King Von's manager, 100K, Track, he gets shot in the leg. O Block Louie, who I interviewed not too long ago, he gets shot in the head. I guess in the video he tries to pull out a gun, and I guess his gun jammed or something like that.
I think so. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like, by me getting shot, I kind of was like not in a full state of mind. It's like a lot of ringing going on in my ear, I guess, from all the gunshots.
Right, because bullets are flying everywhere at this point.
Right.
Did you think that King Von survived the shooting, or did you know that he was gone at that point?
No, I didn't know neither one, if he was gone or still alive. I just, like I say, I didn't even know it was him. So I didn't even know if he was dead or alive. I just was trying to make sure Quando was good.
Okay, and there's rumors that were going on around this time. They're saying that Von was trying to hold up Quando as a shield. Did that happen at all?
Yeah, I really think, like, by him getting shot in the back, he probably was like, his body was just locked on to him from holding him. Like, people would think he was trying to take his chain or something like that, but I don't really think it was that. I really just think, like, his body was just locked on and he couldn't let go.
Nah, that shit crazy, Chad. Just imagine being in that situation, gang.
Okay, so now you're shot, you're bleeding on the ground, and since you're shot in the legs, are you able to walk at all or no?
Nah, my left leg didn't really get shot. And then I didn't even know I got shot in the ass until I got to the hospital the next morning and stuff like that. But I knew I got shot in the hip because I felt that. So my right hip, I wasn't walking on that. Like, I pulled myself up from the back of the truck. Like, I pulled myself up and I really like limped back to the door on my left leg because my left leg wasn't hurting.
Okay, so did you...
I ain't gonna lie, gang. I ain't gonna lie talking about that shit, bro. It's probably bringing him PTSD, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
drive yourself to the hospital or did Quando drive you?
It was both. I'm the one who pulled off. Like, I was telling Quando to get in the car because there was so much going on. I know, like, gun jam, I'm injured. Ain't not too much I really could do to help you still. So it's like, ain't no reason for us to sit here. And then my other partner, I don't know where he was at. So it's like, I was telling Quando, so we might get in the car, we might well go. Cause there ain't too much we could do. No reason to be just standing here looking stupid. But like, I'm the one who pulled off. But by me, like, leaving the scene and stuff like that, I eventually started losing energy, I guess, from bleeding out and stuff. So he eventually helped me and started driving. But
okay, so you guys go to the hospital.
Right.
Do you go into surgery at that point?
Yeah, like, when we first get there, the doors was locked. The lady wouldn't let us in. She panicking inside. We still standing outside. I think that's why he went on live, because he was trying to say like he was gonna get a lawsuit or something just in case. But anyway, lady was panicking inside the hospital. Finally, she ran off and got a key and came back and unlocked the door. Cause she said she wasn't supposed to unlock the door because of COVID and stuff like that. It was a lady out there outside who helped me get to the door too. I swear I don't know who she is. I would like someone to let me know though who she is. But I don't know who she is or her name. I kind of remember. I know she was a brown skinned lady, but I don't kind of remember. There was so much going on though. But she helped me get to the door too though. Like a lady who don't even work in the hospital. She was standing outside telling me like I'm gonna be good and stuff like that. But anyway, like when they took us. It took them like 5-10 minutes just to come from the back, just to come get me with a wheelchair and stuff. But eventually they ended up cutting all my clothes off, and you know how they put the little stuff on your nose and stuff and all that type stuff. But I guess I went straight into surgery after that though, I guess, because you know they put you to sleep.
Okay, so you get taken to the hospital. King Von gets taken to the same hospital, and apparently he was alive on the way to the hospital, but by the time he gets to the hospital, goes into surgery, he ends up dying. Are you aware that the guy you just shot is in the same place that you are?
Nah, because I got there. I had to get there before them. Or I got there before them, so I don't even know that. I don't really find this out till the next morning when I wake up, when a nurse tell me, like, it's a lot of people who came here last night. It's a few who didn't survive. You blessed. You did survive and stuff like that.
When you found out that King Von died, how'd you feel?
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Not trying to be funny, but he probably didn't even care, bruh. I ain't even gonna lie, chat. Bro probably didn't even care.
That moment,
Cause it's like, nigga, he was trying to protect himself. Like, that's like somebody trying to hurt you and your family, and then what you end up doing to protect your family, leave the other person dead. Nigga, you ain't gonna care. You feel me? Like, bro.
I didn't know exactly who he was. I just knew like shit. They was saying like someone had died. So, and then it's like they had me they had me in custody. So it's like I couldn't even see the TV and stuff. So I really don't know who they talking about. I just know they kept saying some rapper came in here last night and died. So I really didn't know who they actually was talking about. So, but in my mind, when I'm waking up, I know what happened last night. But in my mind, I just know like shit. I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who died, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn. If Brian did that stupid shit last night, his ass still would have been alive.
Bruh. Hey.
That's how I was. But I was like, shit, a nigga ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect for shit to like his mama saying fuck him and shit like that. Cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type shit. Like, I ain't on that type shit. I'm a humble person. But it's like, at the end of the day, if they ain't never popped that shit off, that shit would have never happened like that.
Nah, real talk. He ain't lying.
I mean, a lot of people actually compare this to the Tupac situation, where Pac went and jumped on somebody on a crip that he should have put his hands on, and shortly afterwards they go back and they end up killing him. Do you see comparisons to your situation and what happened to Pac?
There's some similarities.
Yeah, not 100%, but pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't happen right away. It happened a few hours later.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the same result.
Yeah.
Someone jumps on someone they shouldn't jump on, and that person, along with his crew, retaliate, which ends up, in the demise of the person who did it. If Pac never jumped on Orlando, he'd be doing movies right now and albums.
What was the reason Pac did it, though?
Oh, I can tell you that. I know this story inside and out. So what?
Yo, this nigga Vlad gotta be stopped. Bro said, I can tell you that. I know this story inside and out. This nigga Vlad, bro.
What happened was...
This nigga Vlad is crazy.
What happened was, there was a beef that was happening between Death Row and Bad Boy. And the rumor was that Diddy had put a bounty on Death Row chains. So a guy was at the mall in Compton, and a bunch of Southside Crips jumped on him and tried to take his chain. Right? Whether they took it or not is a little bit of a fuzzy story. But what happened was that night at the casino, the guy who got jumped saw Orlando, who jumped him, and told Shvckk and Pac and everyone, oh, that's the dude that jumped me and tried to take my chain. And Pac instantly went after that guy, Orlando, and attacked him.
Not saying Pac was in it, right? But Pac wanted to be there for his guy.
Right.
Not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying he wanted to be there for his guy. See, that's why I say it has some similarities and some not, because it's like,
right.
It's like Quando ain't did nothing.
I agree. It's not a apples to apples.
Yeah.
Certain parts of it. You're right. Pac wanted to be there for his guy, but also he had people to handle that for him. He didn't have to do it himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't thinking, chat. That's what happens that's why you gotta learn how to just, sometimes in the heat of the moment game, you gotta just know how to think. I ain't gonna lie, it's unfortunate that this shit went down like that, though.
You're in the hospital, you were shot yourself, and then you actually get arrested for the shooting?
Right. Like a couple days later in the hospital, they come chain me to the bed.
Okay, so now you're chained to the bed, you're shot, 2 bullet holes in you, and what are they charging you with at that time?
They don't even tell me what I'm charged with. He just come in there. I see the handcuffs. I'm like, oh, I know what he finna do. He like you. What did he say? He say something like, you're not charged. He said you just detained right now. You just detained right now, but you're not charged. He said something like that. But in my head, I already knew what was going on. So I was like, yeah, all right, like whatever.
Okay. Depending on how things would have worked out, it could have went very different directions. So you're being charged with murder in the worst case, right? Potentially.
Yeah.
So how are you holding up knowing that, man, I might catch a murder charge over this and I might have to spend the rest of my life in prison?
It's like, damn. It's like, boom, I don't really find out I get charged with murder until I get to Fulton County, because they never told me what I was charged with. So when I finally see my charge, I'm like, damn, they charging me with murder. Like, they don't say first degree, they don't say that, it just say murder. So
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
damn, they charging me with murder. I'm like, I finally chop it up with my lawyer. He telling me like, man, you got so many people who trying to take your case. You got this, and this. This a high profile case. He like, it's beatable though. He was like, I watched the video. You could get self-defense off this, and that. So he telling me that, this, and that. I'm like, all right, like he telling me good news about it. And me knowing how it happened and how it went down, I'm like, yeah, I really could get self-defense. So I'm knowing like, they probably gonna come at me with a couple of deals or something, but I'm knowing like, if I take this to trial, 12 jurors all along gotta say the same thing. I'm knowing they saying like, they looking at this like, hey, not saying I know, I'm just saying like from my own perspective, I'm like, if 12 people look at this, all 12 of them is not gonna agree that I should get life about this.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you are in the South. You got racist jurors possibly
True.
on that jury.
Hell yeah.
They're going to paint you a certain type of way. So although you are confident in the back of your mind, I'm sure you're thinking, but it could go the other way.
Right.
So you have to deal with that mentally.
Yeah, mentally. Sitting in there like, it could go either way. You're right.
Yeah. Now, they actually gave you a colostomy bag at that point?
Yeah, I had surgeon, had a colostomy bag.
A colostomy bag. What is that? Is
Okay.
that a shit bag, chat?
And, I've interviewed like Terrence Gangster Williams. He went through that also. He got shot in the stomach, had a colostomy bag for a while. I mean, how hard was that to deal with? Now you basically have to shit through a bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I
kind of like, that kind of threw me off, because it's like, I always heard about a shit bag, but I never had met a person in person actually seen the real shit bag. So like, I always heard about it or seen it on TV or something, a movie or something, but I never had been right next to a person who had actually a shit bag and told me how this work and this and this and that. So I'm asking the doctor 21 to 50 questions like, damn, well, what's this? I'm on this forever? Or like, you say I gotta shit out of this, so I can't shit out the regular way? Like, then you tell me I'm on a liquid diet, I can't eat this and that. I'm like, damn. I'm really then. They trying to tell me how this shit go, or how I need to learn how to do this, cause when I get to jail, they ain't gonna help me with this. I'm like, I'm all fucked up right now. I'm like, I'm in a colostomy bag, I'm charged with a murder, and I'm shot up.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Right. Just bad all around.
That's bad all around. That's crazy.
How long were you in that bag?
I've been on the bag, so it happened in 2020. I ain't get out the bag until I had surgery like April 20th, 2022.
Damn, he was on that bitch
2 years
for
later.
2 years?
Yeah, about
Oh my God.
yeah, about a year and a half.
Wow. So that whole time you were having to use a bag to have bowel movements, and you could only drink liquids.
Nah, but eventually, as you've been on it for a while, you could start eating back regular whole foods and stuff, cause your colon system has to like have to grow back and get back how it was. So eventually you start back eating how you want to eat. Don't eat nothing too crazy, then your bag go too crazy, but eventually you'll be able to eat how you want to eat.
How did it feel to finally get that bag removed?
Man, I told every doctor, every nurse, every surgeon who was in there, like, damn, I could just give all y'all a tip. Like, I could just give y'all some extra money. I know I gotta pay y'all back somehow, but I just wanted to tell them how thankful or how blessed a nigga was, cause doctor told me I was only gonna be on it for 6 months to a year. So after a year passed by, I'm like, I'm supposed to be off by now, but it ended up taking a year and a half. So when it finally happened, it just felt real good. I want to give all of them a hug, all type of stuff.
I mean, do you still have issues because you had the bag and there's scar tissues and so forth, or are you back exactly the way you were?
No, it's back the way exactly I was. Like, only problems like when you first get your bag reversed, you probably gotta be back on liquid diet because you haven't been shitting out that type of weight in a year and a half, 2 years. So you gotta start back eating stuff that's cool or easy to come out. But other than that, everything back to regular though now.
Congrats, man. Could have gone a different way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yes, some people get shit bagged forever.
Facts. Doctor told me that, but he was like, you healthy and blessed, you don't have to be on it forever. Then I asked him at the end, I'm like, damn, I can have sex.
Oh, you couldn't have sex with the bag before?
Like,
Who
he was
wanna
like, your
have
first
sex with
6
the bag?
months to a year, he was like, you could try, but he was like, you really don't need to, because he was like, he was like, you're not supposed to the first 6 months. But I ended up being locked up for the first 6 months though, so it really played out good.
Cause he couldn't do shit anyway. Yeah. Alright, chat. There go the interview, bro. Quando Rondo, dude, Lil Tim. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video, man. Give me the 200 subscribers, and it's just like that. We out, gang.